Wednesday, April 9th. If you've turned on your news lately, or the TV or your favorite podcast, you're probably hearing about the tariffs and how they might affect cost or who's going to pay the bill and all this stuff. There's a lot of information out there. And my goal with this is not to take a armchair expert deep dive on that. That's not my goal. I thought today would be a great day for me to just weigh in and provide one simple data point for consideration with my small business colleagues out there, just maybe a small voice in a big idea. And that's it, just a simple check-in. I've had to do something in the past 24 hours that really shook me up. For the first time. I have notes today, by the way. I just wanted to be able to keep on track. So I'm going to do my best today to keep on track. But I have had for the first time to basically redact a purchase order submission that was recently placed a few days before what was called Liberation Day. And you know, it kind of, after I wrote that email, I really did tear up, and it really hit me. It's been a really heavy thing, and I think for a guy who touts himself as transparent and likes to say what's going on, like, hey, this is some of the real meat on the bone. Let's talk about it. Let's just check in and see what happens. So I have had to basically cancel or redact or put on ice, whatever you want to say it is. It's just that I'm not going through with my latest purchase order because of the tariff requirements. I'm not here to say what they are at this given time. They seem to be fluctuating, but that's part of this idea that I want to present to you. It was not an easy decision because this delays and will definitely delay my fall deadline. And this one was significant to me personally. We've been building this business for like 5 years, and I say we, but it's very, if you know anything about Atreyu, you know that it's a skeleton crew. I got my brother as an advisor. I've got my wife, my lovely wife, who helps me out with social media and events. We're going to the Squirrel Fest this weekend. See you over at Peace Park. We've got my colleagues who help with, they're called liaisons or developers that help broker healthy relationships with the factory in China. That's where we're produced in China, gladly produced in China, because we have a great relationship that I take pride in. I take pride in it because we work on that relationship. And I've always really loved paying on time and getting shoes on time, and just, we're the small guy. We're the small guy in a big world of like performance running shoe purveyors, and I'm just happy to toe the line. So this one was definitely a heavy decision. It was a heavy decision, no doubt. So it's a new shoe. I've been working on this shoe for like 1.5 years, and I'd like to show it to you, but that's not the point of this video. It's called the Voyager. I'm going to get to it. It's beautiful, but we're not here talking about the latest and greatest thing that I've been working on. We're talking about the decision to not produce the latest and greatest thing that I've been working on. And it all comes back to one reason, and that reason is uncertainty. The main challenge for us actually is paying up front. By the time that these shoes get on the ocean freight, they're paid for in full. Sometimes 30 days after, you get like a little 30-day payable on it, if you're lucky. But and we've arranged some terms like that which are helpful. But like basically, by the time they get to the U.S., all of your shoes are paid for in full. Okay. At the time that they enter, that's when we pay the shipping bill, the trucking bill to get them from the port of Houston to Austin. All of that's paid in full. And so is the tariff bill for the U.S. Customs. And this is why I see the main victory when you're Atreyu. The victory is getting the shoes in paid for in full. You know, we built our company off of like that first pre-sale, and I was really excited and to get beyond that pre-sale idea. It's fatiguing. Like if somebody pays for something, I want to ship it out. You know, I'm not a bunch of a hype guy. I'm pretty like I like the fundamentals. You pay for something, I want to ship it to you that day or the next business day or whatever. And so spend all these years getting to this rhythm, this cash flow rhythm to be able to do that. To me, the tariffs don't just raise conversation about consumer costs. They shake up planning. That's what they do. I suddenly can't confidently fund the next order. At this point in time, what, 104% off of what we were paying? Like, it's astronomical numbers, especially from a cash flow perspective. Like, we don't have that money to pay. We just don't have that money to pay. I'm not going to ask for it from our line of credit from the bank because I have a fiduciary duty not to go do something stupid. And I take pride in that. I have a great relationship with all of my partners, including my financial institution, including my supplier, all of these. Doing it by the book. What I cannot plan for is the moving target. So it could be 104, it could be 54, it could be 38. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't know what it is, so I can't confidently get there. So I can't create a roadmap to make it happen. And therefore, I don't want to put anybody at risk because I don't like making promises I can't keep. That's the name of the game. It's not about margins. A lot of people are like, it's about margins. But when your business as small as Atreyu, like I said, it's about that victory of paying for it in full. The treat, the reward is being able to sell it to your fans, to the people that love it, that want it, that are happy it came in. You know, that's the reward to us. I don't look at our sales performance and say our company's growing or not growing. I say, we've already won. Do y'all want a piece of it? That's the way it feels. And I love that. We've done this a dozen times. You know, I've done over a dozen purchase orders and I've done this many times. It's like a plane getting off the runway. All right. Oh, we got to pay for it. Oh, we're back on the run. All right, let's take off again. All right, we're back on the runway. It's like, oh, we got a little bit of a dip, but we're going to get out. That's basically how it feels. You can call it an old gas-powered lawnmower, or you can call it a plane getting off. Whatever analogy you want to use, that's basically what it feels like. Living paycheck to paycheck, small business. It's the name of the game. So what I'm saying is this, when policy shifts like this, it doesn't just hurt one order. It breaks the rhythm of how a small business operates. I've been working for years to try and get to a spring and a fall cadence. Put everything I have, everything I've had into this. And it's broke it. And it just like that. And what I'm saying is uncertainty kills growth. It slows down all of it. Fun facts, just for the conversation. Just a little Kindle to the extra data points. We import billions of dollars worth of shoes a year, billions, and billions of shoes per year into the USA. A remarkable portion of those shoes come from China, Vietnam, Indonesia, but definitely China and Vietnam. Over 90% of U.S. footwear markets rely on imports. That's just all there is. I'm being conservative with that. Like, I'm intentionally being vague, over 90%, because you'll read somewhere that it's 95 or 97 or 99, whatever you read, like, I try and round it out as much as possible to really paint a picture. Imagine most of the shoes are imported. And this is different. It's an adjacent talk to kind of explain why, especially in performance running, like, you know, the chemistry required, the subcontractors, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in that capacity here. And you could claim like, oh yeah, well, that's why they're onshoring everything. Well, do yourself a favor and maybe look more into that, specifically with this vertical, this industry. This one is profound. So this one's going to be a very footwear, soft goods. That's going to be a very interesting subject, I anticipate. We hear a lot. I wrote, when that flow is disrupted, it hits everybody, not just big corporations. We hear a lot about what big corporations are doing. Well, folks like Atreyu, small businesses, are not in the conversation of, oh, maybe it would take, it's not in this $6 trillion worth of industry or billions of dollars worth of conversation that is able to be kind of like uprooted and planted in the US. Like, I'm not set up like that. Like there's no option for us. There's no option for us to produce what we produce here in the US. There's definitely not an option for us to build the thing that produces what we produce in the US. And frankly, if you actually look at the data, I'm going to go ahead and just argue that not even the best footwear supplier who produces in the US could even service a fraction of the demand, like a fraction of a percent of the demand of what is actually required to service the needs in the demand of the footwear market in the USA. There's so much here. There's so much here. So what do we need? What does small business need? My opinion, we don't need special treatment. We just need stability. That's all we need. Stability. Give us a clear path so we can plan. Planning's a good thing. Live in the now. Plan for the future. That's what we need. That's where great ideas come from. That's art. Dream. Plan. Same thing. Uncertainty is expensive. It makes us slower, smaller, and more cautious when we're trying to be bold. We're trying to be bold. Atreyu is a fraction of the size of the giants and these beautiful, wonderful trailblazers at the top of the conversation. But we're towing the line with them. It blows my mind that people compare us to the greatest companies in this massive industry. It blows my mind. I'm so grateful for that. Some people kind of like, I can't believe they charge like 20 or 30 extra bucks than like them on their latest new shoe. I'm like, what are we talking about here? Like, I would love to give you the math. I'd love to open up the hood and give you the math on if we make $1, how many dollars they would make. It's hilarious. But here we are, towing the line with quality and performance of the biggest companies around. That's special. That's special. That's a dream. That's bold. Let us build things we're proud of. That's all we're asking for. Just a little bit of stability. Come on. Come on with it. Let's go. Let's just build something we're proud of. Not once have I ever felt that something would have a deleterious effect as what these tariffs have right now. Not once have I ever thought about it being like something like policy driven like this. I don't even get the impression that what I'm doing is worth it. Like, that's the crazy thing. It almost feels degrading. It feels like it's not taken seriously. Like, it's not something that's special. It is special. It takes an entire globe to produce something as beautiful as what I wanted to put out. I mean, I've never done this. I wasn't going to do this today, but I'm going to end this on, I've been working on this shoe for like 2 years. Maybe that's a little much. At least 1.5 years. 2D drawings. Every millimeter, every single millimeter, specced out. It's called the Voyager. The name is from our first model, our first colorway. It's special to me. I've got it on my arm. Keep going. NASA, baby. It's got the colors and everything. I mean, it's beautiful. For all the sneakerheads out there, the running shoe geeks like myself, it is a plateless super trainer long run shoe. I'm gonna race in it because it's fast and it's light and it's awesome. It's got all the best foams, all the best chemistry. It's beautiful. This is what we're not able to put out in the fall at this point. Why? Uncertainty. I want to tell you, it's typically around this time that I would be releasing a video that talks about this and what's, hey, let's get excited about this, let's start, creating stories around it and doing all that stuff. I never thought I'd have to do this one. That's the end of my talk today. Little food for thought. I tried to not get too spicy with it. I've got a lot of personal opinions. Got a lot of personal sentiments. Like I said, when I had a talk with my supplier, and it's bittersweet. It's sweet because it is a great relationship. They understand. Like, sorry, Mike, you can't make the order. We get it. Like every check-in or email that I write, I've never seen Atreyu as the brand as maybe what you see it. I don't know what you see. I don't know if you think the name is cool or stupid or whatever. I don't know what y'all think. I don't know if the shoes are good or bad. Like, I talk with those around. I talk within my circle of influence, the email correspondence, like kind of like my local run group and all that stuff. Like, it's all very tangible to me. My hope has always been that some guy who dreamed of starting a shoe company that was at Orion Street in Louisiana, Lake Charles, Louisiana, for hours a day researching how to make these shoes. Who are the best shoes? Like, how are they made? What do they cost? What are they doing? Ended up moving to Austin, Texas. Give everything up to do something I did not know how to do. Spend every day for the past 6 years going for it. My hope has always been that it inspires you to start your own restaurant, to start your own shoe company, to do your own thing, to go against the odds, challenge the status quo, be the underdog. That's what I wanted. That's the vibe. Running gave me that. I hope my message today supports that, because I support you in your own endeavors. I hope you have the support that I've always had from my family, my colleagues, my factory. I hope you have that. Because it's a gift. And it's not always easy. But you're not alone. I love you. And I believe in you. And that's all there is to it. We're going to end this day. We're going to go ship some shoes. We're going to take it day by day. I'm out. All right. That was the check-in. I feel pretty good about it. Kind of a weird one, though. Yeah. Atypical. Atypical's the way to say it. Thank y'all for tuning in.